All right, so my last video, I spoke to people who have been in relationships, they've been hurt, and then they find themselves being with a good man, a good woman, someone that the Lord may have brought in their life, and you find that you're not ready, right? So you start to mistreat the person that is now good to you. Now I'm going to talk to those of you who specialize in going around and using and abusing and mistreating people and just moving right along. A lot of times you all are going to be the type of men and women that the general public cannot detect. You're very good. You're very charismatic. You are very convincing. But you need to understand that no matter what you're doing, God sees you. While you spend your time trying to please men, while you spend your time trying to become a connoisseur in deception, becoming a connoisseur into being what people want you to be until you have their hearts, and then you can now deceive and hurt them. While you become a connoisseur and able to get money out of men, while you become a connoisseur in learning how to get and use women, while you become a connoisseur in learning how to use and to take women and to get their bodies and their minds, and women, those of you who know to use your body to get what you want, know that God sees you, knows that He sees you. Every time you hurt somebody, you see, every time you make someone's daughter, someone's mother cry, someone's sister cry, every time you make somebody's son be in a place of being depressed or be in a place he's so angry, he's so uneasy, he's got to be checking up on you all the time, he feels like he's not at rest with you, you bring that man to the point where he's about to lose his mind. You're doing that to someone's son, to someone's father, to someone's brother. No, even though you're doing it to those people, remember this, that is God's child. That is God's creation. And the very hairs on our head, the very hairs on your head is numbered, and so is so are the hairs on the head of those that you choose to hurt. God hears them, God sees them. While you can trick them, you cannot trick God. When you abuse them and you hurt them, God sees you. Every time you beat that woman and you hurt that woman and she sheds blood and her skin is bruised, know that you are damaging what God has created. Every time you lie to that man and you leave his side to go lay with another, know this, that God's eyes goes to and fro in the earth and He sees you. And while you have left them high and dry, while you took their money and ran, while you justified why they deserved it, know that you answer to the Lord. And a lot of times people are looking and saying, oh, well, whatever. God's been coming a long time ago. Realize this, that what happens is when you continue to do that, even though God sees you and He's giving you grace, maybe, right? Know that when you do those things, you're working with darkness. It's not you that really allows you to be so good at what you do. What it is that you at some point in your life made an agreement by choosing to do wrong. From whatever age you decide to start doing that, whether it's from your first lie to when you stole that stick of gum out the store. When you first start doing that thing, you have made a pact with the darkness. It's an evil and it is a demon. It is a spirit. And you become better at it, and you become less, you lose empathy, you become so easy, it becomes so easy to you, you don't think twice about it, and the tears and the cries of people no longer tugs at your heart. If anything, it irritates you. If anything, it probably is comical to you. And you're like, oh well, but know that you have made a pact with darkness, and anything that you do with darkness, it comes with a payout. What you do is you keep doing that stuff, you keep doing that stuff, you keep hurting, you keep abusing till you meet that one that has been put specifically in your path to take you down. You keep going around and hurting men, and you keep doing all these different things. There's gonna come a time that you're gonna meet that man whose head ain't on right. You'll meet that woman who's at her wit's end, who her herself is being propelled by darkness, and they do you in. What happens with people that spends their life being deceiving and being deceptive and ignoring the call of God and ignoring the truths that people have spoken to you, whether it's your mother warning you, your brothers, your friends. There's people in your life who tells you, girl, you better stop doing that. There's someone in your life that said, man, that's foul. Don't do that, man. However they talk to you, right? You've heard it before. Your daddy's warning, your grandmama's warning. At the very least, you heard it before. You saw it on TV. You read about it, but you keep doing it. But when you do this thing, darkness brings with it other things. It opens you up to so much evil that can befall you, because you can't go through your life going in and destroying people. You can't go through your life doing things to use and to abuse people. And the truth of the matter is, why you do that, there's something in you. There is a significant emotional event that you can probably look at in your life where you turned into that person, when you made the decision to be that way, whether it was your upbringing, whether you got no love, whether you were abused, whether you were not protected, whether you got your heart broken, whether you saw something happen with your mother and your father and you say you never be that. Or somebody who's been hurt and broken came to you and taught you, you need to be this way to protect yourself, to get what you want. Someone poisoned you. So the thing is, turn to God, get before Him and ask for forgiveness. And when He forgives you, when you return to God and you repent, repenting means you completely turn away from what you were doing. And you cannot do it in your own power. Only God can help you to stop doing that. And when He does that, He may bring you in a place to show you how to make things right. It may not necessarily mean you got to go back to that man, go back to that woman and be with them. But sometimes God is going to show you the things that you need to make right, to set yourself on the right path. The blood that you have spilled, I'm speaking this metaphorically, but some of you have done it physically. The blood that you have spilled is on the ground and it cries out to God. There are women who has tried to kill themselves or tried or did because of you. There's men who has done that, who's reached a point of depression. A man who sits there want to put a gun to his head because you play around with his heart. There are people who are damaged. There are people who can't trust, who can't love because of things that you have done. Now, while they have to now get before God and allow the Lord to cleanse them, it makes you no less culpable. If you have the ability to be charismatic as a male or a female and can get what you need out of people, and you use your body as a means to get what you want, and you learn how to study people to be what they want you to, what you think they would like you to be in order to get what you want, and then you turn around and you dump them, and you turn around and you use them, and you turn around and you cheat on them, and you turn around and you step on their forgiveness, and you turn around and you walk on them, and you don't have no problem walking out on your kids with that woman who you have children with. You have no problem abandoning your children and leaving them at different people's houses so you can run the street and go be with this man and this man. The blood and the tears and the hurt of all those people are being heard in the ears of God. So while you can fool people, while you have become well versed in deception, while you become really good at being able to make the person who you've hurt look bad to other people because you know how to look right to the public, know that God sees you and He knows your heart. And if you don't turn to Him, the powers of darkness that has taught you, that has trained you, that has pretty much, trained you and raised you up and taught you all you know and is a part of you, they will turn around and destroy you. Don't wait till something happens to you. Don't wait till you get real sick. Don't wait until you behind bars. Don't wait until such a calamity comes upon you. Stop while you can. Seek God out while you can. Let him change you. A lot of times that little charismatic, that little thing that you have to be able to convince people of things even when they know. I say this, you're able to sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves. That is actually a gift that has been perverted. So seek God and stop, because one way or the other, you will be stopped. You can stop right now, run to the Lord, ask for forgiveness, and seek him on how he can use you for his purpose and how you correct those wrongs. The other way is you will be stopped dead in your tracks. And sometimes it's not just a figure of speech when we say dead, but dead. Because there are people out there who are angry, who are fed up, who are tired, and they themselves have not given those things over to God. And so they are on a cloud of anger, so to speak. They're on their last leg, and you're going to cross them and do what you've been doing all along and getting away with, and it's not going to turn out the way you expect it to. Stop while you can. The Lord can change you. The Lord loves you too. You just have to go to him. Remember this, before you use people and before you choose to abuse them, before you choose to lay with a woman known in your heart that you are not with her and you've been lying to her and tricking her, before you do those things, before you decide and you make those decisions, you have already decided that you're going to slight God. Because you're saying, God, I'm greater than you. I will not obey you. I will not do the right thing. And I am going to go out there and I am going to destroy, and bring down your creation. Can you afford to do that? Can you pay that bill? Think about it. All right, guys.